Okay, this is day 4 of the video log. I am in my car here in Brisbane. I drove up from Byron Bay Okay, my phone just fell off the thing. I drove up from Byron Bay this afternoon and hanging out with some friends up here in Brizzy. But the last 24 hours have been really cool. I left you guys yesterday with on the side of the road looking for my friend Zen's house in like the regional bush area of Byron Bay. Such a beautiful area. Hey, the country we live in, Australia, is incredible. Like the cities are cool in Australia. They're you know, it's a city, nothing too exciting. But when you really get out and venture into, oh God, I'm just gonna keep rolling. When you get out and venture into yeah, other parts of Australia, like we live in such a beautiful place. I'm so grateful to live in Australia, you know. So yeah, I found my friend Zen. We went out to Byron Bay last night, had a really cool night. But before we went there, we we made dinner, and at this awesome, beautiful property that's like a shared property, kind of like a community thing. And I met one of Zen's friends who told me this most incredible story around part of me right now wants to stop the video. Part of me right now, because I've dropped the camera, I've just been getting messages. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. But I really want to share this story with you guys. So I met this guy, Zen's friend, yesterday, who's probably about 60 years old, and he told me the most incredible love story I've ever heard. And it was this love story about this woman here in Australia saw a magazine of a community that she was a part of, and the community was over in America, and she saw this man, and literally that night she went to sleep, had the most incredible dream about him, and she woke up the next morning going, this is the man I want to be with for the rest of my life. And this is before there was like social media, before, you know, the internet was a big thing. So they started sending letters to each other. So she sent a letter to his home. She found his details, sent a letter to his home, and they started this incredible relationship all through letter and mail, and then eventually through the phone. And a few months or like a year or so later, he dropped everything in America, came over to Australia, had never met her before, had never seen her before, but had fallen in love with her through the letters and through over the phone. And I was just amazed. And they've been together for 20 years. Not 20 years, like 15 years, and they had this incredible property up in Byron. That's where we were yesterday. Unfortunately, she passed away, and from a certain neurological disease that they couldn't find a cure for. But it was just so amazing, because here today with Tinder and social media and, you know, Snapchat and Insta stories and stuff like that, when you meet someone, you know, you can pretty much understand and learn about their whole life before you meet them. You know, for my social media, when I'm meeting people, they know more about me than I know about them when I first meet them, and it's such an interesting, weird dynamic. So I just wanted to share with you guys such an incredible love story that I heard last night. And she actually passed away, unfortunately, so it's a massive tragedy. But that's I guess that's what happens in life, you know, and that's what makes an incredible love story incredible. It's life and death. We can't have one without the other. That's the duality. That's the game of life that we're in right now. So anyway, it's a little bit over 3 minutes. I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, I'm in Brisbane for the next couple of days, then I go to Sydney. I get flown to Sydney with Vitamix to go do a demonstration, which I'm pretty excited about as well. So I'll tell you more about that on the other videos. But thanks so much for watching. I'll chat to you later. Have a good night.